everyone. Thanks for being here. Fact of the matter is, as we have said, and I have said many times, we are highly skeptical of suggestions that the opposition could have or did use chemical weapons. We find it highly likely that any chemical weapon use that has taken place in Syria was done by the Assad regime, and that remains our position. The vast majority of the American people who agree with the need to take common sense steps to reduce gun violence. Israel certainly has the right to be concerned about the transfer of sophisticated weapons to Hezbollah, and that has been a concern of Israel's for a long time. The transfer of sophisticated weapons to terrorist organizations like Hezbollah is certainly a concern and a threat to Israel, and they have the right to act in their own sovereign interest in response to those concerns. The fact of the matter is, and we have consistently in our conversations with the Russians and others pointed clearly to Assad's behavior as proof that further support for that regime is not in the interest of the Syrian people or in the interest of the countries that have in the past supported Assad. And we make that case repeatedly with the Russian government and others, and I'm sure we will continue to do that.
Mr. Rosen in the front row.
We've gone there.
Any use of chemical weapons in Syria would very likely have originated with the Assad regime. We believe these weapons are secure, but we also know the Assad regime has demonstrated a willingness to escalate its horrific use of violence against the Syrian people. So our position has been and will be continuing going forward that all credible allegations must be fully and urgently investigated, and we call on the Assad regime to cooperate fully and allow the UN investigators unfettered access to all areas.
Any discussions between our government and Israel about these airstrikes?